Game week 22 is one of those weeks where one wrong decision can seriously hurt your rank. There are major fixture swings, a potential double game week on the horizon, and a few players whose ownership is about to skyrocket. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel for the Game Week 22 Preview. My name's James, and with me as usual is Patrick.
Hi everyone, this is a big one. We'll break down the best teams to target, the form players that feel close to being essential, and a couple of picks that really could punish you this week if you ignore them. Let's get straight into the good stuff, and we'll start with the teams and the players to target.
First of the teams to target is Arsenal. They face Forest next, and with Gabriel back, they're the number one option for clean sheet potential. Then we have Chelsea. Their schedule is incredible. They play 4 of the next 6 at home, and already look more unified under their new manager.
Yeah, we're also looking at Sunderland. They've been a surprise package, keeping clean sheets for fun, and the upcoming run against Palace and West Ham is perfect for budget enablers like Mukiele, Alderete and Renildo. And lastly, Fulham, who have been in great form lately and still have a few nice fixtures to play even though some of them are away from home. Now, looking at the players to target, and we'll start in goal. David Raya is the standout, but he's expensive and does block an Arsenal spot. Robert Sanchez at Chelsea's second, and is expected to do well with the fixtures coming up.
Moving into defence, and now Gabriel is back, he has to be the number one priority. Defcon, goals, bonus points, he's literally got it all. With the potential for a double game week 26 for Arsenal on the horizon against Wolves and Spurs, his ownership and price will keep going up, and rightly so. Next is Trevoh Chalobah. He's nailed in that Chelsea team, and given his form so far this season and the fixtures coming up, he could be a great asset. Third choice is Mukiele at Sunderland. He's been a revelation this season and sits inside the top 10 point scoring defenders. He's gone up to 4.4 million now, but is still great value.
In midfield, Declan Rice is a priority. He's now passed 120 points for the season, proving he's more than just a DM in this Arsenal system. He has so many routes to points and proved that again with another assist against Chelsea in an EFL Cup. Harry Wilson at Fulham is another standout. He's coming off 3 goals and an assist in his last 3 matches in all competitions, and he's showing confidence in the ability to keep this form up.
Enzo Fernandez is another great option. He played deeper versus Arsenal with Caicedo suspended, but we expect him to play in a more advanced role in the league. The unreliability of minutes for Palmer is probably a good thing for Enzo's position on the pitch and for his penalty share. For the strikers, Raul Jimenez is back on our radar. He's leading the line for a Fulham team that's created plenty of chances lately. He's on 3 goals plus an assist over his last 4 starts, and should do well against Leeds, even away at Ellen Road.
I spoke about him last time, but Delap is another player on this list. He was due to start the Arsenal game if it wasn't for late sickness issue. He's one to keep an eye on though. He's looked prolific recently on a pitch, and if his minutes increased, he could be a great option at his price.
Okay, now we've seen who to target, let's have a look at the best captaincy picks for this week. Haaland is top. He's out of form but playing away to a Man United team who've only kept 2 clean sheets in the league all season and have the most goals conceded out of all the teams in the top half of the league. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Haaland play himself back into form, especially with his great record in Manchester derbies. Ekitike is second, but is a serious option for managers who own him. He's the only available Liverpool striker at the moment and playing the worst defence in the league at Anfield. He proved his fitness and explosiveness with a goal and assist in 30 minutes against Barnsley in the Cup on Monday, so could be a serious contender this week.
Gabriel has made a graphic, but I can't see many managers captaining him this week. He has all the credential to deserve the armband, but it's hard to go against the likes of Haaland and Ekitike with their fixtures. Okay, before we get to our team reveals for Game Week 22, we need to have a look at our Game 21 performances. It seems like a long time ago now, but did you get a green arrow, James?
Yeah, it does feel like a long time ago now to be honest, but I did finish on my safety score of 56 points and my rank hardly moved. The biggest swing for me was the Everton game. In the 60th minute of that game, I was looking at 15 points for Keane and 7 for Pickford. A Wolves goal busted the clean sheet in the 69th minute, followed by a red card for Keane, and that brought me down to just 8 points between the two. Gabriel lost his 2 bonus points with near enough the last kick of his game, but still finished on 6 points with the clean sheet. Bruno Guimaraes and Harry Wilson were the stars in my team though. They combined for 2 goals and an assist between them for 20 points. I played Bowen over Raul Jimenez, which turned out to be a mistake, and Haaland picked up 12 points as my captain. Not the worst game week, but small margins between my grey arrow and what could have been a big green one. How did your team do?
I made one rookie error by benching Harry Wilson, and that was the only difference between a red and a green arrow last week. Guehi and Gabriel did well with their clean sheets, but the rest of the back line and all the midfield really struggled. I expected more from the likes of Shirky, Palmer and Cunha, but none of them produced or even got past the 75th minute mark, which was really disappointing. My front line was really strong though, and I'm glad it paid off because I was bullish on my front three and refused to bench any of them. Thiago was brilliant again with another 2 goals for 12 points. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored and assisted against Newcastle, and Haaland was actually my lowest scorer from my front line, but he did give me 12 points with captaincy, so still not bad. I did get a small red arrow, which I could have avoided if I started Wilson for his 9-pointer. On to the team reveals for Game Week 22. Why don't you start things off?
I'm pretty locked with my team and with rolling the transfer this week. I've got Roefs in goal at home to Crystal Palace, and then a back three of Van Heck at home to Bournemouth, along with Gabriel and Anderson, who both play away from home but have decent fixtures. In midfield, Enzo is my only player at home, and the rest all play away but have good matchups. Foden in the Manchester derby, Saka against Nottingham Forest, Gimenez playing Wolves, and Harry Wilson up against Leeds. I'm playing 2 up front with Haaland as my captain and Raul Jimenez, who completes my Fulham triple up.
Looks decent, mate. I think Raul Jimenez could do well this week. Hopefully not as well as Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing against him though. For my team, I've got Donnarumma starting in goal. I'm playing a back three of Guehi, Van der Ven and Gabriel, who all have clean sheet potential this week. My midfield is similar to last week, but I've benched Cunha to play Harry Wilson after he punished me last time out, and has even better fixture this time. I'm starting Shirky in the derby, plus Palmer and Szoboszlai, who both have great home fixtures. I'm sticking with my 3 up front with Thiago away to Chelsea, Dominic Calvert-Lewin at home to Fulham, and Haaland, who keeps the armband for me this week. I've even got Anderson first bench just in case anything goes wrong, so I'm rolling my transfer this week.
And that's all for the Game Week 22 preview. Give the video a like if you found this useful, and hit subscribe to keep up with the latest content.
Yeah, and you can follow us on X at Weekend Fix for last minute tips ahead of Saturday's deadline.
Thanks for watching, good luck this game week, and we'll see you next time.